Hello everyone, welcome back to Tomb Raider Anniversary. I'm getting my fucking ass kicked by these demons that live inside the big polyps in this giant Atlantean corporation inside a pyramid that is doing something? I don't really know, honestly. There are mines. Natla has mines. And I got to this from the mine. And I don't know what they're doing in this facility. I haven't seen the end yet at this point, at the time that I'm recording this. So, can't say that. Here's me stupidly burping and trying to shoot these big cancer bulbs. Because the music was still going, so I was like, I'm still under attack. But no, once you kill all the things, this door over here opens. Well, not over here. It's actually the other way. This was me checking to see if I needed to go this way yet. I do not. Nothing but lava. And yeah, the music is still going. There's literally nothing on screen. And now it's finally over. And that's when I was like, oh, I probably need to go up there. That's a second level. I only just realized that. And here's the door. Whoopsie. And get ready for a lot of editing. This is a pretty short video, but I guarantee you it did not take a short amount of time to do this level because I was fucking up. But in my defense, this part is actually pretty difficult. And full of bullshit, of course. I love doing that. I love when they're in their little spin cycle and you just wreck them. Also, gotta say, big fan of the double SMGs. Very nice addition to my arsenal. Thank you, sir. With the weird jeans and the backward hat. Or sideways hat, I think you were wearing. I don't remember, you're dead. But thank you for the SMGs. Unfortunately, like most, you know, machine guns, they run out of bullets very quickly, and by the end of this video I'll have no bullets left. And they give you a pretty good amount of ammo, and then later they don't. So there's that. Anyway, yeah, whoopsie, I need to do some stuff before I can do this. I'm gonna show a couple of failed attempts here first. But yeah, basic premise of this thing is there's these things you gotta shoot them a million times, and then yeah, the characters start filling up. I didn't know that monsters were gonna come bean my ass, but they did. So yeah, I do that so that you can activate whatever thingy lets you get across, but then before you do that, you gotta shoot whatever boys come out, and then once the boys are out, or dead, then you can, then you do it again. It's best to just do it again so you have time, and then do the thing. The problem is that, for one thing, this game has its problem that it has in many cases. It's not quite being showcased here yet, but it will in, you know, very shortly. The problem it has with, just not jumping to the thing that you are jumping toward, like, specifically when you are jumping toward, one of those slopes that you then need to quickly jump off of as you're sliding down. There's one of those coming up that, while you won't see all of the millions of times that I tried it, it would just not fucking work. It would just not go on the slopey thing, and it would fuck me over. Same thing with poles, with the swingy poles, which I think is what we're going to have here in a minute. Yeah, they're going to come out of those, and it's going to suck big ass. This one's very, like, particularly annoying because you need to jump toward this thing here, this slope, and then jump toward, yeah, it just, fuck you. It's just a little bit high up. It's really, you have to be very precise with it. And then, yeah, instantly kill the guys as fast as you can. But yeah, you have to jump off the thing in the opposite direction onto the pole, and then switch directions on the pole so that you can flip over to the ledge. Like so. Went a lot smoother that time, but took a while. That was like my 20th try doing that. And then this part can be a little finicky too, jumping off of the walls, but this part, mostly not anything to worry about. But the most maddening part of this is the fact that you need to kill, and yeah, that was me saving. That's how many fucking times I did it, because I was just like, I don't want to have to ever do that again. It is nice that they give you a checkpoint after each one. It would really suck dick if you had to do the whole thing every single time. I honestly wouldn't have put it past them if they did that. And luckily I have enough medipacks so I can just take in a bunch of fireballs to the asshole, and be mostly fine. But, yeah, the other thing is that for some reason, yeah, gotta love that. For some reason, the guns always want to aim at the fucking buttons, even the ones that you've already pressed, and even when I haven't like moved my cursor away from the big monster to signal that I want to be shooting at the button, it'll just lock onto the button, and it fucked me over so many times, and it was so goddamn annoying. So yeah, like everything else in this game, this level is not at all devoid of problems. I don't really know why I included that death and retry, but it's whatever. It's not a very long video, so it's not much time wasted. But yeah, those things fucked me over a lot. Like everything else in this game, a little bit janky, kind of makes it pain in the ass. But, I mean, it would be difficult either way. It's not just that it's janky, it's also just a difficult set of things you need to do compared to everything else. And, yeah, here's where I got completely owned by this fucking thing. This one gave me a lot of trouble, too. It was that first one from earlier and this one here that gave me the most trouble. And I do know why I included that death, because it was really fucking funny. It made me laugh when I smacked my face on the ground and then, yeah, like, look, I was not trying to aim. I was pointing. I'm not moving my mouse here. I'm just aiming right forward at the two gigantic fucking monsters that are spitting shit at me. And it wants to press the button that's like 3 levels down and 80 feet away from me. I do not understand the fucking locking on in this game, and it has always been one of my least favorite things about the game, is the locking on. Like, the combat itself I don't really mind, because I don't really think it's supposed to be the focal point of the game or the series, and, like, I kind of just want to get past all the combat parts anyway, so I don't really mind that it's basically just shoot them 85 times. But I do not like how the fucking locking on works. If there's more than one thing on the screen that you can shoot, it will pretty much always be locking on to not the thing you want to be shooting at the time. And these are just basically all the smashy doorway things that we've seen before, but with a little coat of paint on them. This whole level looks very sci-fi-y to me, even though I know it's supposed to be, like, ancient. Not that ancient things can't be sci-fi, but it looks, I don't know. It's a weird and interesting sort of mix of, like, it has, like, an alien look to it, but also an ancient look, but also, like, a very metallic and not quite corporate, but commercial look to it, in a way. It's an interesting combination, and it's really one of the more interesting looking locales in the whole game. I've said before that I think the locations in this game look a lot better on the game itself than you can get through like a thumbnail, and how on the thumbnail it mostly just looks like, you know, bunch of brown and gray bullshit. Yeah, so I thought that this was the fucking boss for some reason. I didn't know, like, when the end of this was, but I thought this was some enemy that was just shooting at me. And it took me until about this long to realize that it was my mirror. And if you look closely, you can see it's actually all my, like, bones and muscles. I think they kind of underdid the boob size, if I'm being honest. I mean, Lara is infamous for her giant honkers, and they don't really match up on those, on the skeleton. Crazy how I have never mentioned that in this entire LP. I have gone 15, well, I guess I didn't go 15, because this is the 15th and I'm doing it, but I've gone 14 and a half videos of a Tomb Raider LP, not once making a front-loaded anvils joke, or just more generally commenting on Lara and her big titties. And her bodacious ass, if we're being honest. I mean, I could... there were a few times while recording the gameplay for this LP where, you know, like, you're crouching and the camera just puts you inside of Lara's butthole, where I was like, ho-ho, I should make some silly joke here. But of course, you know, every time that happens when I'm actually recording the commentary, I get to going on some rant about a fucking, Gladio or something. But yeah, I just never really had occasion to talk about it, and I mean, what am I gonna say about it? Like, Lara Croft has big tits, like, we've all known this for 25 years. Nothing to add, really, to the conversation. It was funny that it's controversial, and now it's over. And this part's confusing to me. Like, I definitely get what you need to do. You kind of just have to do everything 40 times so that, like, the door is open when you are near it and not your weird clone. And you also need to open this little thing on the edge of this here, and it has a thing on it. You'll see. And yeah, I left most of this... I left it mostly unedited because I'm confused. But I just didn't... When editing this, I couldn't tell like what I had done before. It was just like... It was just too much, so I just sped up the part where I'm, like, walking back and forth and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Probably could have kept it not sped up. This video would have only been, like, 21 minutes or something instead of 19, but, meh. Whatever. So, yeah, it's filled with lava, and you want her to go in there. And I was confused because I did that, and then that closes it up, and I was like, well, fuck. Now what? And then, like, doing this just opens the door over there, which doesn't help me. And so I went back down and did it. Well, actually, here in a moment, I looked up a guide, just make sure I was doing the right thing. And of course, I looked it up and just saw them do this, so I did it once. And then this was the time it worked. So I guess that's how many times you have to do it. I really did not put a whole bunch of thought into what I was doing here.
Talk about being your own worst enemy.
Hilarious joke by Lara, and hilarious scream by Lara's weird flesh ghost. So, yeah. I forget what I was saying. But yeah, Lara Croft, big boobs, yeah. I was gonna watch the Angelina Jolie Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie, at least the first one, at some point before the end of this LP, so I could, like, talk about it in a video, but I never ended up getting around to doing that. I guess I still could do it before the last one. I mean, the next video is most likely going to be the last video, spoilers, so, yeah, I don't know when I'll do that. I think they're on HBO Max, so maybe I'll try to watch one of them in the coming days. And it may not be the last video next, but I think it probably will be, because in that door that we are going to spend the next 2.5 minutes opening, is the section of the game called The Final Confrontation, which I thought was just going to be the final boss fight, but apparently there's like a whole level. Like, we're not done doing Tomb Raider-y stuff, which is fine. There's also the whole issue of Croft Manor, which I haven't really talked about, but it's Lara Croft's manor, and it has like a training thing in it. It has a bunch of secrets and stuff, and all the artifacts you find are like displayed there and whatnot. And there's also like lore, like there's books where you learn about Atlantis stuff. And I have never been hugged by one of these guys, but apparently that can happen. That's what you do. You gotta shake them off like Taylor Swift. That was a terrible joke, I'm so sorry. Got Taylor Swift on the mind because of the Grammy nominations. And yeah, don't get pushed by these guys. They will harm you to death. I thought that was a platform. I thought there might be something up there. But yeah. Oh shit, I was gonna say more stuff about the thing I was talking about last time with how Christianity had a certain smell and color to me, and I was gonna give some examples of other things that did that, but the whole point of me wanting to bring it up again was that I would have more time in this video to go into more detail about it, to like make more sense of it. Although Custer did leave a comment saying that he understood what I was talking about. But that'll probably have to be at a later date, because I'm kind of running out of time here. Just do a little hoppity hop. And, doing a little shooting. That does that. I think you can go down there. Don't know what awaits you there other than lava. Not really interested in finding out. But that is all for the last level proper. In the next video, we will be confronting the lady. See you then for that.